Welcome to the Rant is Due in Durham, North Carolina. This is where we flip the equation, and you, not Lewis, get to bitch about all the bullshit in your lives. Please help me in welcoming to the stage your host of the Rant is Due, Lewis Black.
Jeff Stelson. We are coming to you live from the Durham Performing Arts Center in Durham, North Carolina. Where I spent a chunk of my youth. I went to the University of North Carolina, and I spent a lot of time going to spend time with my friends Ray Larson and Tom Fiore at Duke University. And, interesting, not as many people from Duke here tonight. And after the fucking outreach program. Son of a bitch. It's completely changed down here from the time that we arrived. When we first came down here, I came down in '67, and it's a totally different place. It used to be from my dorm to my friend's dorm was at Duke, from Chapel Hill to Duke was 25 minutes. And now you can't even get a chopper to get you there. And if you've not been down here, it's well worth a visit. It's a really, I'm just gonna, what's really fascinating being here in Durham, and it shows the mentality you get into being in a town that you spent so much time in. When I went to school down here, Durham could only be described as a shithole. Get over it. And so when I first came down here and they started, DPAC was being built, and all of these new condos were being built. And the condos, you could get a condo here for like $80,000 to $100,000. And because I'd been here before, I was literally, your brain still is locked into its 1967. Who the fuck would buy a fucking condo in Durham, North Carolina for $100,000? What kind of a schmuck? Well, yeah, well, you're the schmuck. They now have a high-rise. This fucking Performing Arts Center, to be honest, is one of the most beautiful in the country for a new facility. And I was lucky enough, I performed I was the second performer here, so it's always been a bit of pride. I followed B.B. King. He was the first. So, and the great thing, too, one of the reasons, the other reason I would come to Durham was because the American Tobacco Company was here. And you could take a bus here for fucking nothing and get off, and then you take a tour of the American Tobacco Company. They show you how you make cigarettes, and at the end of the fucking tour, they'd give you 3 fucking cartons. Yeah. And now it's like, oh God, what? But then, are you shitting me? 3 smokes, and I could go back to school. Wow! It was like it's literally like it was World War II, and I'd come back from the war. Look, cigarettes for everybody. Now it's all this, it's office buildings and all. It's the American Tobacco, fuck not lodge, fuck everything. So we'll start with, this is actually was written in Charlotte. I missed it last night, but it's, and we never get this, but this is from Rebecca Hall. I know most of these will be negative, but today I got a promotion that I've been waiting on for about a year. It took a while, but I'm so grateful to the company and my amazing coworkers who have supported me every step of the way. And then there's a little heart. See? See, some people are happy. I get so few of those that it was so exciting that somebody had the courage to send it in. And I thought, and I'm sure it was thinking, nobody's going to read that fucking thing. Now let's get back to the folks, you know, my core audience. Michael Coyle, the woman to my left who just shook a stink bug out of her purse. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Wow. It's one of the reasons I moved. Well, 3, this is from John K. What the fuck? Why is it that every time I get to the end of my driveway on an old country road, there's always some douchebag passing by at the exact second I want to pull out? Now I gotta wait. Same thing happens on the way home. The reason, John, is there's actually someone who's been hired and makes a really good living tormenting you. And they go, here he's coming. He's coming. And then they've got GPS on you. They got everything. He's coming. He's going to get closer. He says, oh, yeah, now please slow up. Slow up. Yes. Yes. Now, stop now. Good luck tonight, John. This is, I was in a store, this is Ron, these are back-to-back, Ron Tomaszewski. I was in a Starbucks in early November and it was full of fucking Christmas shit. I think the crazy Christians have gone so far now that Christmas is waging a war on Thanksgiving. And it was fucking Veterans Day. What about the troops? It's true. Well, I hope they have a merry fucking Thanksgiving. Ron, if you really want to get a sense, we the other day we were in, even before that, a couple of weeks ago, we were in a Cracker Barrel where it's like elves, like inseminate. I'm serious. They come in and inseminate the store. Seriously. The whole place smells like elf cum. It's staggering. It's staggering. They monitor Jews there now. Just during the Christmas season. Just during the Christmas season. It's over the top, though. Fucking, it is unfuck-believable. Erica, just in case Erica Carper begs him, people skipping over Halloween and Thanksgiving holiday and jumping right to Christmas. Slow the fuck down, you maniacs. Let me eat my turkey and stuffing for the love of all things cranberry. It is unbelievable. They just keep jacking it up, jacking it up. It's New Year's for me now. I've skipped all that shit. I'm already celebrating New Year's. It's fucking unbelievable. And then New Year's comes, it's July 4th. Oh, fuck. Ooh. God damn it. And it's like February out there. It's fucking February. We might as well skip Christmas anyway. It's like fucking February. This is interesting. I hadn't heard this before. This is from Lucinda McKethan, she believes that Confederate hero statues shouldn't be torn down. They should be dressed up in tutus, drag queen stuff. Mini pearl hats. Leave mementos like Tammy Faye's makeup. Wow. There was a statue that was torn down at my campus, the Silent Sam. It was this statue of a Confederate soldier. And then, but there was a law, and you can't tear the statue down. Well, whatever. To be honest, I was in that school for 5 years. I never, ever read who the fuck he was. I literally thought until the shit hit the fan, to give you an idea of how oblivious I was, because I was in theater school and we were doing important work. Fucking important drama! God damn it! I don't have time to stop and I had to read Chekhov, you fuckers. Who's got time to read what's on a statue? I thought it was a statue to all the Confederate warriors, all the dead, North and South. That's what I did. That's what I thought it was a memorial to. So imagine my fucking shock. Son of a bitch. It's like, really? Holy fuck. I passed it 5 million times. Never once. No curiosity. Zippo. He's wearing that goofy hat. I said, that's not a Confederate. If he had a Confederate hat, it might have been a tip-off. Damn it. This is, where the fuck did that go? Oh, there it is. This is from Rachel. This is good, right? Rachel Adamson. She's here tonight. When did people stop putting literally the least amount of effort toward personal hygiene? Oh, wait. I always like when women write stuff like this. Specifically, what the fuck is up with men not washing their hands after they use the restroom? I sit around the corner from the men's room at work, and you wouldn't believe how many fucking assholes come out while the fucking toilet is still flushing. Disgusting. What is that about? It's 15 seconds. I don't want to touch shit you've touched with your dick hands. This is Leah Holmes, last-minute walk-ins. I'm a veterinarian, and after I've been cutting off the balls of Turner and Hooch all day, the last thing I want to do before I clock out in 5 minutes is to pull a dirty sock out of Lucky's intestines because you were too goddamn lazy to put the laundry in the hamper. Yes, sirree. So things could be worse. Wow. Oh, God, that's the part of being a vet. This is from Samantha Dosher. I'm the 22-year-old female, recently moved to North Carolina from Long Island, New York. I've decided that all men are terrible. How should I proceed? I mean, there's that leap you could take. I'm just saying, but you'll find out that not all men are terrible. You'll be able to find one specific man who's really fucking worse than all of them. But you'll think you've. And I mean it. And that's the worst part, Samantha. You go, fuck, I finally found him. Shit! Ted, my wife and I have been happily retired for 10 years. Recently, my daughter, her husband, their 2-year-old, their 5-month-old moved in with us. Did you hear the sound of that, Ted? I hope that comforts you. What the hell do we do now? We paid for their wedding. Isn't that the same as a legal severance package? Then, of course, we're followed by, there was more shit in this about, and I just didn't even know where to start. There was so much stuff written about, and the most that I've read anywhere, about baby boomers and millennials. It was like the fucking just fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. And so I just picked this one really because there was like 100 of them. You guys maybe want to sit down, maybe have some sort of a meeting. I recently read that, Tom Proctor said, I recently read that millennials are pissed at boomers like me because we won't retire so they can take our jobs. Fine. I'll retire so my 32-year-old daughter can have my job. I'll just live in her basement instead of her living in mine. And we'll end with this, because you'll all be going to bars. And before I close, I just want to thank you all for coming out this evening. And this, in what is truly dog shit weather, and it's just nice to be back in this whole area. It's really a pleasure. I wish the weather was a little better, but it never works out that way. So, and really, and it's always thanks to the staff at DPAC, because it's really nice to be back here. And if you've not been to the Hotel 21C and looked at the art gallery there, it's well worth your time. I'm serious. We stay at all of them around the country, and I get nothing for it, so shut up, okay? I don't. I just think they're great hotels, and the exhibit here is really interesting, so it's worth your time. This is from John. I'm writing to you today as a matter of public safety awareness. I've been working in a variety of bars in the past few years in order to pay for my college education, and I'm ready to snap at the amount of bullshit I have to put up with on a weekend basis with the whiplash. And no, I'm not speaking metaphorically, because I've had to turn my neck so fast it spasmed several occasions as the kind of orders I've heard. I can live with the fresh-faced 21-year-old college girls who only want Jaeger bombs, lemon drop martinis, and the occasional pina colada. But if one more JCPenney suited asshole trying to impress his freshly painted mannequin, he calls a date by telling me how to mix a proper perfect Manhattan, or asking for a martini like he's James Bond's understudy, I swear to God, I'm going to take a wine glass and jab their stem in their eye. Be good to each other. Take care. Good night, Durham. We'll be coming to Knoxville tomorrow, getting those rants. Let's hear it for my friend.
Go fuck yourself. Nobody gives a shit. Holy fuck! Toasty shitsky. Are you fucking shitting me?